world is full of people with different beliefs and practices. We all perform rituals of worship and offerings in different ways. Some people believe strictly in mighty God or Satan. Some of us believe there is absolutely nothing beyond good and bad deeds, where few see spirit in everything around them. Water, worms, mountains, animals, let it be living or non-living, they worship. Today's story revolves around a shaman of Isan region in Thailand, named Nim. She is a medium for a local goddess Bayan, who is a spirit of her ancestral god. She claims to help people's spiritual problems with the blessings of Bayan. The movie is shown as a documentary and the crew captures the weird and dangerous series of events happening with Nim's niece, which is suspected to be a transition of spirit possession. In Nim's family, possession of Bayan is passed generation by generation as a tradition. Nim's grandmother was a shaman, from whom Nim's aunt became one. After her aunt, Nim's sister Noi had shown symptoms of Bayan possession. But she refused to be a shaman and chose Christianity. Then Bayan chose Nim and that's how she ended up as shaman. Nim leaves to attend her sister's husband's funeral, who died of a heart attack. And Noi's son Mike has died in an accident in the recent days. In Noi's family, men were unlucky and had bad death as if they were all cursed, leaving Noi and her daughter Min alone in their family. Min is a very attractive and chill girl who works in the human resources department of a local corporation. They stayed with Nim's brother Namit, who had a baby boy recently. Nim meets her family after a long time. But what makes her worried is the strange behavior of her niece Min. Min was showing different personalities. She was seen acting like a mean child often by her friends, sometimes as a prostitute, throwing herself on random men, fighting with people for no reason. Things get confirmed when Nim sees a blind old lady from their neighborhood die, whom Min was staring at night creepily. Documentary crew captures Min talking to herself and getting annoyed by someone's presence when nobody is seen in the video. Min confronts her sister asking if Min showed the symptoms of possession which both of them experienced during the early stage of their possession. Instead of answering Nim, Noi says she won't let her daughter become a shaman. Nim insists on a ritual to transfer the Bayan spirit from her to Min in the right way, otherwise Min will suffer. After hearing Min may get possessed by the spirit, the documentary crew starts capturing Min's daily activities. As days go by, Min gets furious and starts hearing voices in her head. She gets unbearable stomach pain and bleeds for months together. She loses her job when her manager discovers that she brings random men to the office at night and gets involved in adult activities. Next day she comes to office as if nothing happened, but this time she was humiliated and thrown out of the office. Nim meets Min in the hospital after she tries to kill herself in the bathroom. Seeing her daughter in a miserable state, Noi begs Nim to perform a ritual to transfer the Bayan spirit. But this time Nim refuses and says it is not the Bayan spirit which is trying to possess the Min. In order to find out, Nim goes to Mike's room and starts searching. She was stopped by Nimit but she goes on anyway. She asks Nimit where Mike died and she knows that he didn't die in an accident. Mike and Min had an adult relationship even though they were siblings and Mike had committed suicide. Now Nim suspects Mike's spirit wants to punish his family and take Min's soul with him. Noi takes her daughter to the other shaman as Nim has refused to do the ritual. Though Nim stops the ritual in the middle and Min runs away after injuring her mom. No one could find her after that. Nim collects Mike and Min's used things such as clothes, dolls and starts a ritual at Mike's death place asking forgiveness for her family and not to harm Min. She tries to convey to Mike that Min still loves him and deserves a life through her prayers. Police find Min wandering on the road in one of the car dash cameras, where she was seen on two opposite roads without crossing from one end to another. Police did not believe in supernatural possibilities but suspected the video might be corrupted. Days passed, and Nim's ritual went on without results. The police did not have a clue about Min. Finally Nim gets to know Min's location through the ritual and rescues her from Min's grandfather's old factory. She was taken to hospital as she was extremely malnourished. Min convinces Noi to come to the mountain with her to pray and make offerings to Bayan. On reaching the mountain top, they get devastated seeing the Bayan idol beheaded. After returning to home, possessed Min falls back on Nim and says she was not meant to be shaman, she was not chosen by Bayan but pursued to possess. She revealed it was her sister Noi who kept an enchanted talisman in her shoes to attract the spirit Bayan into Nim's body. She also taunts that Noi is living Nim's life. Without getting disturbed by her words, Nim makes Min calm. Nim starts preparing for exorcism with help of a powerful exorcist Shanti. Shanti confirms the multiple spirits' possession in Min's body. He says the family's suffering is because of the wrong deeds of their ancestors. Before the exorcism, Nim's condition gets worse. She starts acting extremely creepy, like scattering things at home, stealing her baby cousin, cooking her pet dog alive and eating it. One day before the exorcism, the family finds out Nim has died in her sleep suspiciously. With no way left, Shanti starts the exorcism with his followers in the worn-out factory, which was a hotspot for the spirits. In the exorcism, it was planned to get Min possessed by all the spirits and get them out of her into a mud jar, then bury them in the ground. But instead of Min, Noi volunteers to be a vessel for the spirit. In the exorcism, Noi could not get possessed by all the spirits, and other spirits created havoc. They kill Shanti and possess others. In the home where Min was locked in her room secured with enchanted spells, gets freed after stabbing Nimit's wife. She comes crawling to the factory and joins other spirits. Everyone starts killing each other, eating one another's flesh. Meanwhile, Noi gets possessed by the Bayan spirit and starts an exorcism on Min. When we think everything is settling for a moment, Min calls Noi, "Mom," in a very normal way, and she gets distracted. Taking advantage of it, Min burns her mother alive. In post-credit, we see Nim interview before she died, where she says they cannot do anything. When the crew asks why, she confesses her broken beliefs of being a medium for Bayan and gets emotional. In the movie, different beliefs are brought together. The filthy acts lead to a suffering, to a vengeance spirit, which won over fragile beliefs of God.